All right. I believe it is time to start. Greetings and salutations, new and returning viewers. Gene the Revenant here, former aspiring conqueror, now prisoner inside of a vault. I spend my incarceration playing old games, watching and occasionally introducing old movies and anime. Took a break from streaming last week, as it was Christmas, and I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be once again live streaming. Or maybe it would be undead streaming. Well, no matter. What matters is that I'm here again, and we can pick up where we left off. Gaming terms, or at least in regards to which games I was playing. But before that, it's not every day that we approach the end of a year. So I thought it would be nice to start by looking back over some of the ambitions I had for 2025. And here we go. I had to pull this list of resolutions from a different machine that I had used at the time, and well, I pulled the version that did not have the background erased, so we'll just have to deal with the obstructive visuals for the time being. So, what was it that I had hoped to accomplish in 2025? Well, first up, more PNG assets. Wanted to update my current model. And as we can see here, I do have a bit of an update. I did manage to pull that off. Let me see if I can get a picture of the previous model I had been using. All right, so this was the model I did have at the start of the year. One moment. There we go. And as you can see, there have been a few differences. The hood has been, well, for one, I now have arms. But, well, I say arms, but they do not quite, they don't quite go all the way to hands. But again, content creation and avatar creation is always a journey. Let's see, I also added some spikes to my current, shoulder spikes to my current model, which I will probably remove for the, when I finally make a full body model. The hood was smoother back then. And once again, it really was just, it's what I call my shampoo model. Why do I call it the shampoo model? Because it's head and shoulders and nothing else. But in any event, I think I can safely say that I did manage to accomplish the goal of updating my model to a certain extent. So, I can just get rid of that. Back behind the desk. There we go. So what was the next goal? Okay, so the other goal was getting more backgrounds and props. Well, I didn't quite update my background, but I did get a few more nice little environmental props. Let me, for one, I have a desk. It is a nice desk. And for another, I also have a computer, which I use as a prop in some of my videos. Again, a nice little machine. It's helpful here in the vault. And as I am a one ghoul channel, all of my assets are made solely by me. My process tends to be the same. Sketch it out, scan it in, and then trace and color it in the digital art program. The one I like to use is a sprite. I'll probably have to change to something that has... I'll probably have to find something that has a little bit more complexity in tools, but for the time being, a sprite has served me very well. The next goal, construct 3D and 2D models, by which I meant live 2D models. Yes, and well, we can clearly see that I did not manage to get that done. Nevertheless, that's something to be considered for the future. But my torso PNG models have worked out well so far. Although I suppose for the sake of, although I suppose I really should upgrade, or I should really try and push myself to make something a little bit more complex. So the next one, expand channel activities. What did I mean by that? For starters, including music. Yeah, I didn't manage to do any music for this channel. I was actually hoping to maybe try some covers of songs, by which I mean old songs, something from older periods. Maybe some hymns from the classical era, Baroque. Just music from bygone generations. Hundreds of years bygone. But I didn't get to do that, so again, something to think about for the future. Expand channel activities. Literature. Yes, one of the things I also wanted to do to start introducing to people, aside from old movies and anime, would be old written works, books, maybe even some comics, just to try and get, spark some interest in the storytelling of old. And again, I did not do that. But let's not dwell on my failures for too long. Sketching. Okay, so I think I can say that I did manage to do that. Although I forgot to port some of those sketches to this machine to show you all. But they are on my Twitter feed. Mostly I just wanted to... Most of the sketches that I did were... Well, maybe not most of them, but several important sketches I did were updating my model and creating a few new assets to use for this, which I covered previously. And I also branched out into doing a little bit of fan art. Mostly sketches of other VTubers I follow. Excuse me. Very rude of me. Anywho, yes, so a lot of the sketches I did were, like I said, fan art of VTubers I follow. Many of which, or most of which were, well, just ideas I had for VTubers in cosplay. Just sometimes you see people and you think that, and you see either some parallels or some matches in terms of aesthetics between them and characters from other franchises, and they just seem like they would go well together. And several of those sketches are available for viewing on my Twitter feed. Yes. Language acquisition. That I have studied foreign languages in the past. I was hoping to find some way to incorporate that into my channel activities for this year. That did not happen. Oh well. But that's probably my fault for not thinking of a clear, measurable way to pull that off. I do still want to get back into serious studies for foreign languages. I just need to figure out how. 2025. The next one was begin streaming. Well, I think we can safely say I did manage to do that. Yes. And I think I've been doing pretty well streaming with it, or coming up with a consistent schedule, twice a week, middle of the week, 2 hours. For somebody who has to do this as a part-time gig, I think that works pretty well. Although I may need to start bumping the hours up a little bit from, or altering my schedule a little bit from 7 to 9 Central Time, maybe to 6 to 8. I get very tired. Or I tend to get a little bit tired when I have to work in the evening, and it's probably contributing a little bit to my sleep deprivation, but that's just something to consider. But on the other hand, I did manage to get into streaming this year, and I would say that that was a nice accomplishment. And the last one, forge some alliances. Yes, networking is important in any business, and I had hoped to do something along those lines this year, which, well, it didn't happen in quite the way I wanted to. So, no real connections were formed and no collabs happened, but I did. Some of my fan art sketches were found and were noticed by some of the creators I follow, even on some of their streams. So that was nice. Yes. Yeah, take those, enjoy those achievements where you can find them. So yes, 2025. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but I did get several things accomplished. So I will be satisfied with that. As for now with that done, let's take a look at what I'm hoping to do in 2026. Managed to erase the background for this one just in time. Yes. So 2026, create a full body model. It'll probably have to be a PNG to start with, but I do want to figure out how to use the VTube Studio or some similar application to create a live 2D model. Much as I enjoy the simplicity of a PNG, I would like to get something that's a little bit more lively. And as far as a 3D model goes, not entirely sure how to pull that one off. I do have, what is it, Vroid, I believe it is called, for making 3D models, but I do not quite know how to use that one to customize it for, well, I'm not sure how to use the assets in there to pull off the ghoul robed in shadows look. But again, that'll be a learning experience. Create more sketches and fan art. I do have a list of more fan art I would like to do, mostly other VTubers that I follow. And I just need to manage my time to actually put those sketches into reality. Yeah, one moment. And I think I am going to start getting better about my time management in 2026. So I think you can look forward to seeing what I put out in that regard. Create even more PNG assets, more backgrounds and props. I would like to have I would like to showcase more of my vault. Maybe get a room for, or maybe have a peek into a library so I can show you all of the written works that are stored in the archives. Maybe a nice little projector room of sorts, so I can show off the movies and anime here. But that'll be something else to work on. Expand my video content, review written works and literature. That is, well, I explained that back in the I explained that in the 2025 list just a few minutes ago. And that's still, that ambition remains the same. I would like to take some time to look over old books. And again, and along with that, some graphic novels. Comic books of the past were so much more, the world of, the comic book world of the past was so much more different than it is today. And I just want to get, and I would like to try and spark some interest in those older pieces. Shift focus from movies to anime. As much as I've enjoyed introducing some of the movies that are stored in my vault, my real passion, I think, I would say, lies with the anime. Specifically, all of the works that came out in the 90s, early 2000s. Those are the ones that fill my shelves, and those are the ones I would like to introduce to my viewers. Yes. Language acquisition, once again, I do still wish to start studying foreign languages again. I just need to figure out how to incorporate that into channel activities. I could do Duolingo live streams, but, well, practicing Duolingo feels more like learning how to work around the rules of a game rather than actually working around the rules of a language, so I'll just have to think of something else. Music, yes, once again, I'd like to find a way to showcase old music on this channel. Stuff from centuries gone by. Maybe I could try covering some hymns from hundreds of years ago. Yes, that would be interesting. Making shorts, clips, and highlights from my streams. Yes, I understand not everyone has time to tune into my live streams, as evidenced by the empty viewership right now, but let's not get discouraged by that. No, I would like to figure out how to edit down some of my past VODs so I can just show some of the good parts, however sparse those might be. So that's something I hope to do. Faster, more efficient video production. Yes, I haven't been doing any videos, well, not really, since October, with one small exception, but that was really more of just kind of a joke video. Yes, that is due to a little bit of burnout. There is a lot of tedium involved in making an actual video review. Script writing, script editing, script rewriting, recording, video editing, lots of video editing, and I've just been a little bit burnt out on that. But I'm hoping in 2026 that I can improve my methods, maybe perhaps get a little bit more efficient about it, so that I can start putting videos out again more frequently and a little bit more polished. I should also try and figure out a good video editing software to use. I have iMovie that's on a Mac, which has worked out well so far, but in the future I am probably going to need something with a little bit more potential to it. Excuse me. Forge alliances. Yes, once again, I would like to get some networking done. I think some collabs with other creators would be nice. I just need to figure out how. But that is the list of resolutions for 2026. Looking forward to it. I do have to do this part-time, so I don't have quite the availability I would like to work on my channel, but I am looking forward to putting out more content here for my viewers to enjoy. Yes. And with those ambitions out of the way, let us turn to this evening's activities. Where is that? Ah, here we go. Yes, we are continuing Resident Evil 1. I believe I'm getting close to the end of that game, so it will be nice to see if I can actually finish it. Last I checked, I was in the labs. There are a few more things I still need to do. So, with that being said, let us get to it. Yes, explicit violence and gore. Grr. All right, where did I leave off? And how did I leave off? Skin entered the world of survival horror. Good luck. Yes, I'm going to need it, I'm sure. Okay, so I'm in the save room. There are still a couple of areas that are unexplored. The area at the top left, I believe, is that... Yes, I still need one more password for that. I recall getting the other two taken care of. And I believe the remainder has to be done, which means I need to go into that big area at the bottom right. And I'm sure that's going to be a joy. Nope, nothing for it. Just have to get started. So I got 18 shells all told for the shotgun. Bolt Python, 17 spare rounds, 6. That's 23 rounds for the Colt Python. I think I'll start off by clearing out the area around this doorway. Oh, that's already cleared. There's a switch. Will you push it? Yes. There's no reaction. It has no power. Joy of joys. I think there's still going to be some zombies around this area. As I recall, those things do respawn at least once, so... Let's make sure that I don't have to deal with them again. Oh, hey, they're gone. That's nice. Excellent. If I had more ink ribbons to spare, I'd use them, but I think I will save my... I think I'll avoid using up those saves for a little while. Let's grab the Python. I feel like I'm going to need it. Botany book, researcher's letter, keeper's diary, researcher's papers, 2 facts, scrapbook, security system, researcher's letter, V-jolt, passcode 1, passcode 2. Okay, so I do have the 2 passcodes. Excuse me, and the MO disk is going to be necessary to get the final one. Oh. Ow. Oh, that only needed 1 shot. Oh, shoot! Okay, this is going poorly. I haven't been logged on, or I haven't been I didn't work on that for too long, so I'm not really losing much progress. Hate those jumpers. I think these are the chimeras, not necessarily the, not necessarily more zombies. Or, hunters. Hunters. But yes, we're facing new enemies now, so... let's clear out those 2 remaining zombies. Ah, doggone it. You pull off a trick once, you cannot do it again. Although I suppose it's my fault for running up a little bit further that time. Come on. Oh, you dirty little rat. I didn't like using up that much ammo or taking a hit like that, but... well, we'll just have to see how this goes. On second thought, maybe I don't really need to bother with those two zombies, but already here. Oh, and before I forget, okay, that's number one. Oh, you. Number two. Number three. Okay, power panel. Some areas do not have power. When you activate the blacked out areas. Sure. that's two of them dead. I better use this. I believe I still have a couple of herbs left at the save room, safety room. It's a passcode output machine. If I had an MO disk, I could get the code. Passcode 3. Just a moment here. It looks like Genesis, what is that? 12 something. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me. Genesis 22:18. Okay, so it was 22, not 12. Let's go. 3 has been filed. Alright, just one moment here. Oh. Alright. Be very careful wandering around. Looks like I do need to go to the end of the corridor. Branches. Gotcha. Yeah, not feeling so smug now, are ya? Okay, I am low on supplies, so... Before I go any further, I'm going to get an item and then use those 3 access codes that I got. I'd like to at least have 1 herb on hand before I continue. I don't think there will be anything more complex than zombies between here and that room in the upper corner, so save my Colt ammo. Single green herb should be sufficient. Get me there and back. The shotgun. Okay, so I just need to make a quick right, a quick left, and then go straight through and then just go straight through.
Chris!
Jill!
Chris, Wesker, he is...
I know. Shoot, it doesn't open. Look, Jill, wait here. I'll save you.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, well, there's Jill. At least she's safe for the time being. Break out the Python again. And I really hope chimeras don't respawn. I don't think that they do, but I shouldn't count them out. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Right, I did. Yes, so I turned on that one button. Passcode machine, I just used that. Just need to go to the end. Nothing else around here. Oh, there was a creature coming over and it was just some steam. Okay, so the room seems to be empty. Okay, power connection switch. The elevator power is off. Good, you connected. Yes. The power for the elevator is activated as the power supply and the circuit have been connected. That is good. It's a triggering system activator. It's quite big. Okay, so apparently there's nothing I can do with that. And it looks as though there's nothing else I can do here, so onward to the elevator. Well, I'd say now is probably as good a time as any to use one of those ink ribbons. Because I believe we are heading into endgame. Okay. Plus the ink ribbons and see where that elevator leads. I say as though I've never played this before, which I have, it's just been quite some time. There's no reaction. Oh, is there? I need to hit the switch.
Chris!
Oh,
Rebecca, you're safe.
I saw you in the garden. I've caught up with you at last.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I
boo.
was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the tyrant virus. I lost some of my stars' team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Really?
Yeah, like this.
Oh no.
Rebecca!
Don't move. If you do, I'll kill you. Chris, I have something to show you. Now, walk.
I'll reprobate. Ye- Ugly sucker.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant. Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior?
Yeah, tell
You
him.
say this failure is your savior?
You could make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too.
Oh dear.
What? Don't come this way! No!
Hmm. Splat.
You can't kill me.
Ow. Can I drop this thing here? Hmm.
Wow.
Ha! It seems like this bulletproof jacket is pretty strong.
I
Huzzah.
see.
How about Captain Wesker?
He is sleeping with the ultimate failure. Hurry up. I want to get out
Hmm.
of here.
Excuse me, Chris.
What, Rebecca?
I saw a research file in this lab. It said that a great deal of research on the Tyrant virus exists right here. We should blow this place up.
We are already into it over our heads. Rebecca, can you do it?
Yes, sir. I'll set off a triggering system for a bomb.
Hmm.
Okay. Now we have a chance to escape. See you outside the house.
Apparently, High payload demolitions are part of the STARS Medical Corps training. Oh, there has to be something right by him. Okay. I guess I better see if I can get Jill free. I should still have some ink ribbons in that one room. I better save one more time before we blow this place sky high. Okay, so I still have 2 ink ribbons left, which is good. I've got a little bit of breathing room. I will use up one of, or I think that's probably, I think it's my last. Oh no, I actually have 2 green herbs. Let's use up one. Ah, get away from me. Oh, I can open it, just normally. That's nice.
Jill! Sorry for making you wait.
Chris!
Aw,
I knew I could trust you.
that's nice.
Let's go. There's no need to stay.
Oh, I guess she's just gonna follow me.
Let's get going.
You, needed a cutscene for me to do that? Ah!
Let's get going.
Let's grab the shotgun and the shells. This leaves me with one space open. And how's the map looking? There's a ladder. Will you climb it? No, I think I'll just stay here. Yes, of course I'm going to climb it. Okay, looks like it's the one that's just right here on my left. Oh, here.
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca, Brad's up in the helicopter.
Look at those monsters!
Let me take care of them. Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
Okay.
You know, it would have been a courtesy if they had paused the timer for the cutscene. Ah, good. Helicopter's on its way, and so nothing bad can possibly happen now. Oh dear. Ow. Ow. Oh. Well, shoot. Hmm. Well, that didn't go as well as I would have liked. Well, good thing I loaded, or good thing I saved the game when I did. Excuse me. Oh yes, that's right. I have a couple of herbs in here actually. Okay. At this point, every little bit of little bit of health matters.
Jill! Sorry for making you wait.
Chris!
I wonder if I can save
I knew I
one more
could
time.
trust you.
Let's go. There's no need to stay.
If the chimeras are gone, then I don't need to worry about running around them, and having one more save before confronting the tyrant would be nice.
Let's get going.
There we go. Ah, confound it. Hmm. Only because I don't like taking reckless hit or stupid hits before the end. Especially not from a rank and file zombie. Excuse me.
Let's get going.
Okay. Oh, I'm in about as good a shape as I'm going to be for this. Yep. Seems a little bit odd that they would put in one battery puzzle near the end. Well, not that you can even really consider it a puzzle.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
There is 3 minutes. It's there are 3 minutes.
I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca! Brad's up in the helicopter!
Look at those monsters!
Let me take care of them. Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
Okay!
Let's fight this thing a little more defensively now. Ow. Ow. Get away. Nope. Ow. Ah. Confound it. Should have used an herb. Well, at least the zombies are easy enough to kill.
Let's get going.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign.
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca, Brad's up in the helicopter.
Look at those monsters!
Let me take care of them. But, Chris, get in contact with Brad right away.
Okay.
Okay, here comes the helicopter. I think more than the character deaths, it's having to repeat the cutscenes that bothers me the most. Or no, rather than having to fight the boss over again, it's having to repeat the cutscenes that bothers me the most. Yes. Ow. Ooh, that was bad. Nope.
Chris, use it! Destroy the monsters with it!
Come on. There we go. Yeah, who's the tyrant now? Tyrant made Revenant, and your fate is sealed. Well, that was a challenge. Not the good ending. And nothing bad ever happened to them ever again. Right. Anyway, we'll just go through the credits. Oh, so they're interesting. They didn't get their they didn't use the full name of the cast members for the credits here. So even though we were at the end of the game this evening, I actually did think it was going to take long. I actually thought it was going to take longer than that. But a little bit of trial and error did see us through to the end. Through the end. It's probably going to be a while before I play another classic Resident Evil game. Much as I appreciate what the franchise has done, the gameplay, especially in the original style, doesn't quite mesh with my own shall we say style? Let's go with style. Having to navigate around the fixed camera angles is it's a bit of a challenge, more than I usually like to go through, and the limited number of save options is quite the handicap. Combat's also a bit rough as well. It's not so bad in those tight corridors when you only have one or two slow-moving enemies coming at you, but boss fights are a bit of a a bit of a trudge. That being said, it's nice to get this one finished. I think I'll probably switch to something a little bit more fast-paced. I do still have, what was it called? Oh, there's another one I have unfinished that I really need to get back to. Slain, that's the title. Yes, Slain. Started that one during October, and I suppose I should give it a finish. Another challenging game, but as a side-scrolling hack and slash, it's not quite as clunky, at least for me. And it's a bit more straightforward. Presented by Capcom. Resident Evil. Grr. Nice job on the ending theme, though. Eight hours, 53 minutes, 29 seconds. Number of saves, 17. Hey, I'll take it. A win is a win. Do I have to... It's going to save on... Or is this going to move on its own? Or do I have to press something? Ah. Apparently I do have to press something. What a tough guy. You've closed this case completely. Good. You've got the special key. Find closet. You know, I think I've had enough survival, or enough careful gameplay for a good while. Sure. Well, that being finished, let us head back into the vault. All right. And another old title is completed. I did have to do a little bit of outside research for this one. I hope you will not begrudge me that handicap. But given the length of length of this game and how long the story can run for, I really didn't want to have to do a replay just to get 100%. I'm going to do if I'm going to fly completely blind and risk having to do multiple replays, I would rather do it in a game that has a shorter time frame. That being said, it was fun to revisit this. I think I said at the start, I mentioned it a few times, this was not my first playthrough, but given that I like to explore old retro titles on this channel and retro style, I thought it appropriate to at least give the first Resident Evil a run through. Now, as for immediate plans, because I'll not be seeing anyone until next year, the next game I have on the list is going to be Agalos. I started this 2 weeks ago, and after having a short break, it'll be nice to return to it. Fun little exploration title released in 2018 with a 16-bit retro style aesthetic. And it's been very fun so far. So yes, I will be playing Agalos tomorrow, streaming it live at 7 p.m. Central Time. As far as next week is concerned, well, I'm going to need something to replace Resident Evil. Probably go back to playing Slain, as that is something I would like to finish up. I don't like to leave a title hanging. But that is going to be all for this evening. Those of you who tuned in live, those of you watching the VOD, I thank you very much for spending your time here, and any support you'd like to give my channel is very much appreciated, whether it's a like, a comment, subscribing, or sharing these. For non-stream content, I do have a number of videos where I give short, spoiler-free summarizations, summaries of older movies or anime. You can find those on the channel. Any schedule changes, schedule postings, updates, other content is on my Twitter feed. The link to that is in the description here. And that is all for this evening. I am not that much of a night owl, despite what my insomnia might imply, so I do not plan on making this a New Year's midnight stream. But with that being said, I will say that until we meet again, I bid you all a very fond adieu, and I wish you all a very happy new year.